Oh yeah, it's red. That means we're going. My name is Jordan Rose. I'm a manager here at UNCW. This is my second year being a manager, and I do all the stuff behind the scenes that you wouldn't see in your day-to-day basketball game. So I get this question a lot: what do I do as a manager? What do I do during practices, games? Practices, I'm always making sure I'm here 30 minutes early, maybe even sometimes an hour early if I have time, to do things such as set up the court. I have to go in the locker room, make sure that the guys have their clothes washed. We have these loops that they put all their practice stuff on. I make sure those are hung up in all the lockers so that the players aren't missing anything. And if they are missing anything, we have stuff in the closet, or sometimes I might have to run to the store and go buy something, obviously not with my money, but so I do things like that before practice. I come in here, make sure that the water bottles are filled up. I make sure we have towels, basketballs, almost like setting the table. That's how I like to explain it. I set the table before everybody eats. And then when they get in here, obviously I'm rebounding, passing, running through different drills. I help with some scout team stuff, so I'll be on the court pretending I'm whoever we're playing tomorrow night. When people think about a manager, they just think about the water boy. That's about it. Or the rebounder before the games. But we do a lot. When I sit on the bench, I'm doing things like at timeouts or at the start of the game, I'm setting the stools out so the team can sit out there, how coach talks to them and goes through the plays and whatnot. I got to do that as fast as I can, obviously. We got to get it on there, get it off. We can get it technical if we have people sitting out there for too long. And then I'm handing out water bottles. The main thing managers do, I'm handing out water bottles and wiping up whatever water or sweat is in that corner, because somebody comes down there and slips. That's on me. Yeah, so one of the most important things that I have to do are class checks, which means every manager is given a schedule of where the players are supposed to be and when they're going to be there, because at the end of the year, let's say we make it to some big tournament and we have three players, our three best players are playing in the game, they're doing really good, but somebody does some research and sees, oh wait, these players didn't, they're not eligible to play because they have so many absences in classes, which would just be a big problem. So we have to make sure that they're there. If they're not, it sucks to be the snitch, but we have to tell somebody so that our academic advisor can sit down with them and talk to them and let them know, hey, if you want to play basketball, you got to go to class because you're a student athlete, you're not just an athlete. Yeah, I think that UNCW does a great job having their players show up to class. Coach Siddle stresses that a lot, that our students go to class because he knows how important it is. And we actually have one of the highest team GPAs in all of our conference. Yeah, so I think the coolest part about one of the coolest parts about being a manager is being involved in the scout team, because not a lot of people can say, like, every day I get to go face-to-face with Shaquem Phillips. Every day I get to go face-to-face with Nick Farrar. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. But one of our coaches, he draws up whatever plays the other team we're playing against. He has some mock plays that we run through. And, the guys understand that we're just doing that to help them benefit their game. So they're not they're trying hard, but they're not trying to steal it from me. They understand the only way it benefits them is if they let us get through the play. But sometimes I like to think they're trying, because it makes me feel a little bit better about my game. I definitely think I can compete with them. My final thoughts would be, I think that everybody out there who's watching this, if you've ever considered being a manager, not only for basketball, but for any sport at any type of college level, it doesn't have to be D1, whatever college you go to, if you've ever considered being a manager, it's probably the most beneficial thing that you could do. I never had a job before I came to college at all. And now that I see the way that a team operates and the little things that go behind it that I would have never seen, like the things that I'm telling y'all about, the things that I have to do, y'all probably had no idea I had to do those things. But when you hop in here and you do the dirty work, but you see the reward from that, it's just makes you feel like you're important, like you did something. And when you see your team winning, especially when your team's winning, you know what I'm saying? Where we at? 6 in a row? 6 in a row? 7 in a row? Soon to be 20 in a row? No, I'm kidding. Maybe not. Uh, but when you're at 6 wins in a row, it makes you feel like, man, maybe if I wasn't there, they wouldn't be as far as they are. And I'm not taking all the credit, but I'm just saying maybe I made a difference. So if there's anyone out there who's considering being a manager, I say go for it. We've had a lot of people show up for a day and then quit. When I say go for it, I mean go for it and stick with it for a little bit, and try to see if you can reap any benefits from it. And if not, maybe it's not for you. But I enjoy it, and I'm very happy to say that I am a manager here at UNCW.